Now let's take a look at one of our clients here. So like this week, they got 45,000 in post reach, which means 45,000 people have, or their posts have been seen 45,000 times. So over here is a huge, huge indicator if someone is good at audience engagement.
There are so many things I can't control, but the things that I can. The Dick Polipnick Show.
All right, so let's dive right into it. So what is audience engagement and what is community management? So they're essentially the same things. They're interchangeable as far as terms go. But whether you're looking at hiring somebody to do this for your own company, or there's an advertising agency or a media company that's pitching you this service, this is one of the most powerful services that you can do when it comes to social media. So social media management is a huge array of services, everything from posting, content creation, doing videos, analytics, you name it. But audience retention, community management, audience engagement is one of the most important factors. Why is that? Because it keeps people involved. It keeps them interested. It keeps them engaged with your business. It's the difference between having somebody find your website or go to your store once, they browse through it, and then they leave, right? Because they didn't get any questions answered. Versus they go to your store, they see some things that they have questions about, and then you have, somebody, let's say Walmart, a real life example of audience engagement via, brick and mortar business is an associate from Walmart comes up and says, "Hi, what can I help you with?" And they actually they engage with the customer. They ask them questions. They say, "Wow, I really like your shoes. Oh, well, actually, you're looking at this macaroni and cheese. Actually, the one just an aisle over actually has a buy one, get one free." You know what I mean? And they create customer loyalty. So just like what a Walmart associate does for brick and mortar businesses, is what audience engagement, community management is for your virtual assets. And you can be a brick and mortar business and still have a Facebook page and still have a YouTube channel, etc. But your virtual assets need that associate, that customer service, somebody who's going to respond to questions, comments, concerns, complaints, reviews. Somebody, if it's a bad review, it's something, that's more of review management, but it falls into this category. If it's a bad review, they say, "Hi, we noticed that you gave us a bad review on Google or on Yelp. What was the problem? Can we help you with it? And can we help change your mind about our customer, or about our business to get that review up to a 5 stars?" So somebody who's going to engage with your customers, make them feel wanted, make them feel obligated to be loyal, make them want to be repeat customers. And somebody who can answer a question, if they're having a question about like, "Oh, what size does this shirt come in?" and they don't get that answered, you have a 0% chance of closing that sale. 0%, because if there's 20 different sizes of shirts that are a possibility, but they only have one size that would fit them, they don't get that question answered. No customer, no consumer in their mind is going to make logical sense of buying that product. "Oh yeah, I have a 1 in 20 chance of it being my size. Yeah, let's just throw the money out the window." There's no way. But if you have somebody doing audience engagement, doing community management, they would, boom, within a minute, answer that question and say, "Hi, this shirt is actually available in every size, from extra small to XXL. So whatever your size is, we can help you find the one that fits you best." Now they know that the answer to that question, the chances of converting that customer, of actually closing that sale, just dramatically skyrocketed through the roof. It's going to be 60 to 100%, because now they have their question answered. They're aware of your brand. They're already interested in the product, and now it's just a matter of them actually going through the sales process. And here's where you can actually increase those numbers, is by having somebody who is better at community management than other people. So just like in every other skill and every other, aspect of social media management, social media marketing, you can have somebody who's better at something than someone else. So for online growth systems, what we do for our clients and for our own stuff is we don't only answer the question, we actually provide them a link or a coupon or an incentive for them to take action, because it's going to increase your conversion rate. It's going to increase your bang for your buck, give you a higher return on investment. For example, the same person who said, "What size shirt do these come in?" we would respond, oh, it comes in extra small all the way through XXL. In fact, here is a link to the product where you can buy it on our online store. And here is a 10% promo code that you can enter at checkout to get 10% off. So not only are we going to answer the question, engage with the customer, now we're providing them a link to the product. So so that way they don't have to spend an extra 10 minutes trying to find the exact shirt they were looking at before. So it's going to save the customer time. It's going to increase their chances of conversion. And we gave them an incentive. We said, here's the link. Here's a promo code. Or, hey, check it out in this color. It seems that we saw on your profile that you seem to like the color red. I think you'd love this shirt in the color red. And the chances of conversion rate just skyrocketed. It's probably triple of someone who just answered the question. So somebody who's better at audience engagement than others answers the question, engages with the customer, provides them with a link to actually take action. If you're a dentist, they say, here's the link to schedule your next appointment. You know what I mean? Or something like that. And then they actually provide them an incentive. And the best of the best of the best do follow up. So let's say that you get a comment, not those are more comments, but let's say that you get a reply in your Facebook Messenger. Somebody messages your Facebook page and they say, hey, what size does this come in? You give them the link, you give them the coupon code, and then a week later you follow up and say, hey, so-and-so, did you have any problems finding the shirt on our website? Or did you have any problems scheduling your appointment for your next dentist checkup? And then actually doing a follow-up and hitting them up multiple times, because they're much more likely to close if they didn't close already. If you hit them up a second time, they're going to be reminded. Just because they need your product doesn't mean they're always going to do it. I mean, we're all humans. I know that you've done it. I've done it. You'll say, oh, that's great. They answered my question. Oh, somebody talks to me over here, and then I, forget to make the appointment. But boom, a week later, they hit them up, increases your chances of conversion, increases your return on investment. So right here, we have a screenshot. We're going to do a little screen share here of my YouTube channel, onlinegrowth.com. It's, if you just put on YouTube, Dick Polipnick right here, you can find it in the search. So let's look here. Let's look at, this video. So how to make money on Twitter. This is a $10,000 formula. I just kind of talk about how we've helped customers make $10,000 using Twitter. It's got 17,000 views. Not the highest, but it's still pretty good. So you can look here. It's got 35 comments. So let's see how the audience engagement is doing for our own video. So right here, you can see that we pinned our own comment. So right off the bat, we're starting the conversation. We're beginning it. We're initiating the conversation. Somebody says, thanks for this. We actually replied, you are welcome. I'm glad you liked the video. And then we liked it, and then we actually favorited the comment. Useful tools. We did another reply. We did another like. We actually engaged with the person. We called them by name. Let's see here. Somebody said something I don't know, so then I replied with something that just rhymed, which is also gibberish. But it's engaging your audience. You know what I mean? Do you have an email account I can contact you on? So this is somebody looking to follow up on a lead. And I said, you can contact me on Twitter at @dpolipnick or on my website's contact us page. Link is in my channel page because I don't want to be giving out my personal email, on my YouTube channel for all to see. But we provided not one, but two different ways that this customer, this potential lead, this person in our online growth systems community can contact me on directly, and they actually get a direct response. And you can see here, somebody emailed me or gave me their email, and they said, can you send me the ebook? And then I said, hi, you can get the ebook on my website, link in the description, where you can enter the email you want to send it to. So you want to do what's most bang for your buck, because whether it's our stuff or a client stuff, to take the time to go into the email software, enter his email, which would take a 10 minute worth of time. This took 30 seconds by telling him what he could do. Now, it depends how much a client is worth to you. If it's worth $10,000 to enter in that email, obviously take the 10 minutes. But for me, it's probably he just wants to be subscribed to the newsletter. He wants to read my free ebook, which essentially doesn't make me $1. So at the end of the day, I'll just take that 30 seconds to reply to him, give him 2 other ways he can get the book. And it maximizes my return on investment, which in this case, my investment would be my time. So that's an example of audience engagement, community management on YouTube videos. Now let's take a look at one of our clients here. So like this week, they got 45,000 in post reach, which means 45,000 people have, or their posts have been seen 45,000 times. So over here is a huge, huge indicator if someone is good at audience engagement, is you look at their Facebook Messenger response time. This is our client, so obviously we do audience engagement and community management as a part of our services because they purchased a package, a monthly package. You can see here, it's the green one with stripes, which is the best badge you can get. Very responsive. 100% response rate, which means we respond to every single message. And 1 minute or less response time. That's amazing. Obviously, the only thing better than 1 minute response time is if you see it, if it says instant response time. And if you see instant response time, like for some of our other clients, that means that we have created an artificial intelligence, automated chatbot where they can actually talk to the robot and the robot does the customer service for them. So for this client, they wanted more personal responses, human responses, because they're on a budget right now. So what we did is, we're doing them manually, but we're still, that means they're human people on our team, Online Growth Systems, people that work for me that are responding to those manually. And we're responding to every single comment 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And we're doing every single one in less than a minute. That is what you need to look for. Whether you're hiring somebody on your team is going to be doing it for you, or you're hiring a social media marketing agency, media company, whatever. Ask them for referrals like, hey, who's a business that you've worked with in the past or worked for right now, and what is your response time? You can actually do an investigation yourself. Ask them for the name of the business and go look at it. So you can see here. So that's a good indicator. So let's look at like comments of a post. So like right here, we're going to be blurring most of the stuff on this screen just for client privacy, but you can see here, there's like 20,000 people reached on this post, right? They got about 5,000 people saw it without paying, organic. And if you don't know what the difference between organic and paid is, we did two other videos on that. Links in the description below. If you're watching this on YouTube, paid 15,000 or 16,000. So pretty good engagement. So you can see here, 24 comments, which means that we're doing a really good job of promoting comments in our posts. So this person, James, is saying, I will definitely need one of these, because this is for an online store. And then we responded with the clients, from the client's perspective, glad you liked it, James. We're using their name, we're engaging with them, we're building a community. You can get it here. And then we provided the link with an emoji to actually, because we found out the more emojis we use for this particular client, the more conversion rate they have. And then it actually shows up a little pop-up window of the product. Let's look here. Bill says, I would love one of these. My current jacket is 10 years old, still comfy, warm and dry, but this one would go so well with my new bibs that I bought in August. So then we responded with the client's account. That's great to hear, Bill. Glad you like it. You can get your jacket here. We provided a link. It shows up, and then in about a week, we're going to follow up with them, right? So that's all audience engagement. That is how you build a community. That's how you build rapport with people online. That's how you build digital reputation, is by communicating with your customers, with your potential customers or clients or leads, whatever it is. Not only engaging with them at all, you need to have 100% engagement rate, which means every comment, every message, every question, every review you get, you need to be responding, whether it's just a thank you or glad you liked it or thanks for the review, just engaging with them, building that digital relationship with the clients. So not only do you need to 100% engagement rate, you need fast engagement rate. Under a minute is the best. Obviously, that's not practical for every business, depending on what your budget is or how big your company is as far as your team. But obviously there's other ways around that. If you don't have somebody to do, if you're a huge company, you can't afford, a person, several people's salary doing customer service, build an artificial intelligence chatbot. And obviously most people don't know how to do that, but like hire companies like Online Growth Systems, like media companies, social media agencies. They most of the time know how to build chatbots so that people can respond to them. It's 100% response rate and instant response rate, which means the second the client clicks send, asking the question, boom, the artificial intelligence reads what they sent, analyzes what they're asking, gives them a question. If it's something they can help them on, they help them. If it's a pricing issue, they actually send them the pricing. It's very cool. Depending on how in depth you've developed it, it can help clients more and more. It can help customer service more and more complex questions. So, and then the third thing obviously is the quality of engagement. So we talked about how often you engage, how quickly you engage, and the quality of engagement. The quality of your community is going to matter big time, because if you're just going, okay, cool, thanks, a single emoji with a thumbs up on Instagram, right? That's not quality engagement. If somebody says, wow, awesome post, I love that picture you took of the mountains, on Instagram. If you respond with just a thumbs up emoji, and then your competitor responds with, wow, thank you so much for your content. I really appreciate you engaging with our page. What other pictures or images could we post to help you, to gain rapport or to help build a better brand with what you're looking for from us? They're asking a question. They're continuing the engagement. Who do you think is going to win in that battle? Who do you think is going to win that customer loyalty? You who just did the thumbs up emoji, or your competitor who said, thank you so much. I'm glad you liked it. I checked out your page too. It looks really cool. What can we do to better ourselves? Constantly looking for self-improvement, asking a question, continuing the conversation. I know I kind of went off on a big tangent on this video, but it's something that's really, really, really important in social media, and most people don't do it. I don't understand it. So if you have any questions, of course, if you're watching this on Facebook, YouTube, you can put it in the comments below. If you're hearing this on a podcast or you're seeing this in a video somewhere else, you can, of course, contact us, onlinegrowthsystems.com/contact. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in the next video.